Steady counting C notes, cooking up like C no. Baby mama deep throat, catch me in a street store in LA, Mexico, where I get the yay. I could never go broke if I sell a bag of day chopper spray. Bullets eat a nigga like it's gay, serving J's. 9 to 5 a.m. that shit pay. That's your wife, she my bitch, it's okay. You still pulling ones, I pull the tray. I'ma spin a bag, then enjoy my day. 30 stick, bad bitches where I lay. 30 digits in my bank account, okay. This the players club like rapping Forte. Rolling in a 5-seater with 4Ks. And I'm sitting sideways with your bae. Rolling in a 5-seater with 4Ks. And I'm sitting sideways with your bae.
Alright guys, what's good in the motherfucking hood, guys? How's it going?
Good,
Dude.
just chilling, dude. Having a good time.
Interesting, interesting circumstances that like landed us in here right now.
Yeah, very interesting.
Very interesting,
yeah.
Dude, but I like how you're just like, yo, like, honestly, fuck it, like, let's do it right now.
Yeah, by the way,
You
it's 3 a.m.
Happy birthday to Frank. It's Frank's birthday.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah. How interesting though. 3 a.m. Yeah. 3 a.m. interview is the best probably.
Honestly, probably.
Yeah. It's the best time to do it.
Dude, you've been kicking with Frank a lot lately.
Yeah, definitely.
That's so sick,
definitely.
bro.
Yeah.
Sick.
We've been kicking it a lot. Yeah.
Tell them you guys went on some jet skis or what?
Yeah, we went to a lake last week and it was pretty fun. Like it was kind of like a super spontaneous decision. Like the day before, we were just like, dude, let's do jet skis. We were just like big bass lake, so like pretty decent sized lake. So we just like got this jet ski and we were just revving it all the way through. Super fun.
Did you feel like power behind your wrists?
Oh yeah.
You felt something, you like when you were like throwing that throttle down, you're like, fuck dude, like I want to do this more often.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the speed just gives you adrenaline. Incredible amount of adrenaline. Like for the first 5 minutes, I was just like a little like weirded out by it, but then like after that, I got used to the feel of the jet ski.
Yeah.
I just like pretty much just like gassed it.
Are you serious?
The jet ski was like going down.
Damn.
Yeah. Super sick. Yeah.
Do you ever see yourself owning like a fast car that you can just like fucking slam the gas pedal down and just like you know how now like like a shit fuck ton of people, we have cars where you like press down on the gas pedal and like there's definitely like some delay, whereas like the other cars that are like fucking gnarly expensive, like you just press it and there's literally no friction, there's no delay, and it just goes.
Yeah.
You know, like do you want to do that one day, or like now?
Like if I had like a bunch of cars in my garage, like that kind of car would definitely be in my garage.
What other cars would be in your garage?
Dude, funny thing is I've actually like spoken to this about like with other people, and like we were talking about how like what would be like your top 3 like cars in your garage.
Okay.
I was like, I mean, definitely have a Toyota Tacoma.
Okay,
you know?
okay.
No, I mean that's a dream truck right there.
It's a good truck.
Yeah, good truck. Yeah. I don't know. I just like the way it looks. Like Toyota engines run forever, that kind of stuff. But as far as what you were talking about earlier, like when you just gas on the pedal and like there's no friction type of stuff, like as weird as it is, probably like an Audi R8 manual transmission.
Oh, those fast?
I mean, depends on the type of work that you do in the car, but yeah. I just like their like look, and I know they can be pretty good cars if you like take care of them.
Do you fuck with Teslas?
Yeah, the thing with like
They're fast as fuck, right?
yeah, they're fast. The thing with like electric cars is like you gotta go somewhere to charge them, and like that's the big hassle. Like whereas like like if you're driving like a regular gas vehicle, like you're gonna run to a gas station like every exit or so. But with like electric cars, like I know people that have electric cars and they literally have to go like to a specific place just to like charge their vehicles. You know, it's not as accessible. I think that's like the big issue.
If the charge of a Tesla lasted 200 hours, would you get one? Would you want one? Like immediately? Or would it like...
If one single charge lasted you 200 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100% would buy that car.
Why doesn't Elon Musk do that? Why doesn't he make it last 1,000 hours per charge? Is that just too hard to do? Like, is that some gnarly ass shit?
We just don't have the battery that holds that much capacity. Like, the thing with like something like a company guaranteeing that like it'll last 100 hours, that means like no matter how fast or like how hard you push on the pedal, it's gonna last that long. Like you don't know how drivers like will accelerate, decelerate. Like obviously some are gonna be a little bit quicker. More like quicker. Yeah, they're gonna like step on the pedal because they know they have 100 hours in this single charge.
And they're just gonna go.
Yeah, like usually like they'll measure it right now by like how many miles you can go. So like I think Teslas can go like 300 or 400 miles on a single charge, and then you gotta go charge up after that.
How long does the charge take?
I don't really have a lot of experience with like charging electric cars, but I guess it would depend on what station you're using or whatever. But I do know that like a regular electric car, like a Nissan or like a Toyota or something, probably like an hour, 2 hours to fully charge, and then you pay like a super small fee. Yeah.
So, okay, so you can, let's say like in a car.
Yeah.
So like in a car, could you drive like 8 hours without getting gas? And then in a Tesla, you drive like 2 hours, 3 hours, and then you have to charge it for like 1/3 of the time you used it. Whereas the car, you can like fill it up in like 2 minutes for like a fraction of that. If you're going 2 minutes and you're getting 8 hours of like a drive versus 1 hour of charge and 3 hours of drive time, that's like literally 33% compared to what, like, do the math, bro.
Yeah, I mean, think about it.
Do the math right now. What is that?
I can't do the math right now, but all I'm gonna say is that right now it's, I mean, if you're gonna be the person that's traveling from like NorCal to SoCal, like you're not gonna be driving a Tesla. Ooh, bold claim. Bold claim.
What happens if you have to like stop and charge it? Like for an hour? Like what do you do during that hour? Like do you go do your like grocery shopping at Target, or do you go do something else?
Depends on where you are, dude.
Doesn't Target have
like I know there's like a supercharge center between the 41 and the 5. And it's literally just like a Tesla supercharger center, and it's like in the middle of like this super long like highway, like the 5. You've heard of the 5?
Yeah. Dude, okay, they need to have it to where you drive your car like into the place and just like your tires rubbing across the asphalt charges your car like that, and like you never even stop. You just like you cruise over that asphalt like strip, and then like you pay like 1 nickel, and then you just dip to like wherever you're going, and you have 3 more hours before you have to like roll your tires over. You know what I mean? Like
I get what you mean. Yeah. It's like quick charge kind of thing.
Quick charge, like.
Well, you know what Toyota Priuses do is like every time you brake, it charges the battery.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I didn't know this about Priuses until like
a
year ago or a year and a half ago, when one of my old housemates had a Prius, and I was just looking at his dashboard. Every time he like step on the brake, it would like show this little diagram that he was like charging the electric battery. So something with like turning like friction into potential energy or something like that. Yeah, I mean, there's like technology to like recycle energy, recycle like the energy you use in a car, but I don't think we're like at that stage where we can effectively do that efficiently. Actually, that's the word for it. Yeah, I mean, okay, to put into perspective, like the best solar panels we have right now can only absorb like maybe 10 to 15% of the sun's energy.
Okay, so it's just gonna keep getting better.
Yeah, it's just gonna keep getting better, but like we just have to like keep working until it's like a pretty good efficiency rate. Yeah. Yeah, man. Some crazy shit.
I'd be bummed if you came on this podcast and all we did was talk about cars for 2 hours.
Yeah, we don't have to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know there has been human jizz on this table?
Oh no!
Not mine. That's the thing. Not mine.
I mean, I believe you.
And I've washed it since, but it needs another fucking wash. I will tell you that right now.
I mean, there's a story behind that.
There's a really funny story behind that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm not gonna tell.
You don't have to tell me what was like the beginning part. Like, how did it happen? Yeah.
The thing is, I talk about it in another podcast, and because of everyone was asking me about it, because like I was like vocal about that night a little bit, and I was like, yo, no, you guys just have to watch this podcast when I drop it, because I say it's like a 20-minute story.
Yeah.
So I'd feel shitty if I said it right now, you know? Like, I will let you know when I like say that story.
Will you let me know where it is?
It was probably in the middle somewhere, but I cleaned it since. Yeah, no, it's showing.
That's what?
I mean, it was in a tissue. If that makes it better.
It was in a tissue.
It was in a tissue. It wasn't just bareback. Fuck no. I would actually. I probably would have thrown this thing away. I probably would have taken.
Okay, now my question is like, why is it in a tissue?
It was probably cleaned off of something or someone.
And then they were like just tossing it into this purple table.
Well, I think it was just kind of like, like wipe. Okay, wipe. Okay, is there more on you? Like wipe. You know what I mean? It wasn't like.
Okay, so someone was cleaning something off of someone else's. Yeah. And then was just like clean, dirty, toss it into the table. Clean, dirty, toss it into the table.
The funny thing is.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, this person's been to your house before.
Oh.
Yeah, you already know.
Bro. I mean, there's very few people that have ever been in my house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think if you had one guess and the prize was $1,000, could you do it? One guess.
Yeah.
I think you know.
Yeah.
Okay. You can say it and I'll blur out the name.
Wait, he doesn't live here.
The wrong person then.
He lives here in SLO right now.
Like in SLO City or SLO County?
Like SLO County.
Yeah, SLO County, yeah.
Oh, what? He's been in my house.
He's been to your. Oh man, the thing is, this might have been such a long time ago and like so significant. Let me make sure we're still going too. Keep going. I'm listening.
It's gotta be like Nick or something.
No.
Julian.
No, dude. Nuh-uh. Not someone in like the immediate friend group.
Dude, nobody else is my house?
They've been at your house. You were not there.
I wasn't there.
No.
Dude, really? I don't even want to say the name because I know exactly who it is. Oh, that's caught me so off guard. Wow.
Yeah.
He did that. He did that on the ceremony.
Yeah.
He was the one getting cleaned, or he was the one cleaning someone else?
No, fuck no. No, he was cleaning somebody.
Okay.
I think so.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see.
I mean,
now. I see.
Yeah.
I mean, good for him, I guess. I mean, if you clean that, like, that's cool with me.
Shit.
How's that guy doing, though?
Dude, super good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's balling. He's
Yeah.
having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I went with a couple people, and we saw what was happening. It was super fun, dude. Just like, I don't know, like definitely being like on the beach or like outdoor type stuff that you normally do in the day at nighttime. That's always like a really good transition.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've done a lot of that in Santa Cruz, huh?
Yeah.
Dude, wait, tell them where you're from, where you go to school, like.
I just graduated.
Where you're from? Where were you born?
Where am I from? Oh, I was
gotta represent that.
For sure. I was born originally in the Philippines, and then I moved to SLO. I moved to Morro Bay actually, 2006, and then pretty much grew up in Morro Bay my entire life. But last 4 years though, I was in Santa Cruz. Always going to school there, so that was lit. Yeah. Studied like environmental studies and economics. Was just a pretty cool like experience for me, like one of the top programs in the state. So
Are you serious?
yeah,
It's called environmental engineering.
environmental studies and economics. Yeah.
Okay. Environmental studies and economics.
Yeah, so I did like a double major.
Oh, okay. So it's literally like environmental studies and then like economics. You're saying like and economics as well. It's not like fucking like seeing what resources you are like expendable in the environment.
Yeah,
It's not that.
it's like a combined major. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does that work? Like what's going on there? Like how is that like what
They pretty much like offer this program where, cause like if you do like just environmental studies alone, like it's pretty easy, and like if you want to get like a professional job, like doing that single major is just like pretty like mediocre. So they offer these programs where you could like mix them with like other majors to make your education a little bit more specific and a little bit more valuable. And so they have that with like economics. They do it with marine bio. They do it with politics. So like these are like twofers. So you know, environmental studies, politics, environmental studies, like biology or chemistry or whatever, and you do environmental studies, economics. So like what I kind of studied was like how, like what you were saying earlier. So like really like analyzing like environmental ambitions, like how do you achieve environmental results? How do you create environmental technology that is fit economically for consumers? So it's just like working that dynamic, you know, because like you see a bunch of like companies these days like popping up with like renewable energy, like you've heard like solar, like Tesla.
Yeah,
that's like, you know, like we were talking about Tesla earlier. So like what they're doing is like somewhat like environmental, like instead of using like nuclear power or like coal or like you know fuel, like they're using electricity. And so like they're in a way kind of like pushing for an environmental perspective.
Yeah.
And so what Tesla does really well is they advertise electricity and how efficient it can be and how well they do it as a company. And so to do that, they have to figure out the economics of certain things. It's mainly for like renewable energy sources and you know, that type of stuff.
That sounds sick.
Yeah.
That sounds like a necessity for like a growing population and an allocation of resources or whatever. Like you need to really like be on top of like how many people are fucking around and like using like things like water, fucking electricity, shit like that.
Yeah, and like something that I'm like, that's a really good profession to go into, I think, in my opinion, like with my major, is like risk management. Like there's people that are risk analysts, they work for insurance companies, you know, like flood insurance or like fire or whatever.
Yeah.
And so as a risk analyst, which something I could become, like as a risk analyst, like you do research on weather patterns and that type of stuff to determine your clients' premium prices. You know, so like as risk analysts, you're supposed to do a job where you can accurately and efficiently predict like if there's going to be an earthquake soon or a hurricane or whatever, and then like what can you advise to your company, to your insurance company. I think that's really cool. That's something that you could pick up from my major as well.
Isn't it crazy how these like catastrophic events happen and then the world literally like shakes or like fucking like opens up and or like spits this giant fucking like tsunami like hurricane thing and just like
dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. I mean, never underestimate like
Mother Nature.
Yeah, nature. Yeah, Mother Nature. Yeah. I mean, like something that I always like to remember is that like we need Earth, but Earth doesn't really need us.
Yeah.
You know? Like some crazy shit could happen to us.
Yeah.
Like asteroid hit us or something, and like Earth would still be here. So.
How the heck do you think like Earth got here? Like how do you think we're here right now?
I actually have a little bit of knowledge in this.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I watch like a little bit of like Cosmos shit when I'm high on Netflix.
And I bet you've learned a good amount of information, huh?
Yeah. So basically the sun is a star, and like when the star formed, there was like all of this, so when the star forms, it kind of like produces a gravitational force, a gravitational pull.
Okay.
Right? And that, the sun is actually going around the center of the universe. So when that's spinning around, it also produces its own gravity. And so when the sun formed, there was all this debris basically. You could call it like rocks or whatever, but they hit one another. They're like, these were like gigantic pieces, and they hit one another. And so by hitting one another, they form like planets around them.
Yeah.
And so they go around the sun, and that's pretty much how Earth was born, through all that debris. And so that they're just crashing one another, and then it just so happens that Earth is far enough from the sun, but not so far that it produces water and lava.
How does Earth produce water?
At the time, so Earth was like scientists believe Earth was created like 13 billion years ago. And so so when Earth was just like a planet, it was kind of horrifying. Like, I mean, at least the way they explained it, like a bunch of lava mountains, like the atmosphere is shit, like no water actually when it first started, but when things started to develop, like there was chemical reactions and stuff, like water started raining from the clouds.
Okay.
So that formed the oceans. And so that's where water came from. And then
how do you think water came from clouds?
It's just H2O right there.
Like, are like
two hydrogens, one oxygen, you make water. If it's in a gaseous state, then you condense it so it's water. Yeah.
Do you like have like thousands upon thousands of tons dropped out of the clouds to form the ocean?
Dude, a lot. Yeah. The magnitude.
Do you think shit's just been like forming this entire time, or like up to like where we are right now?
Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, over 13 billion years of change and evolution, and basically the creation of species. Like, yeah.
Do you think like thousands of years happen, but like it's really only like 1 to 2 seconds? Like, is your lifetime half a second? Like in reality, like are we like slowing this down? Like, how do you think that works?
To put it into perspective, if the lifetime of Earth was put in a calendar year, like January through December,
Okay.
human existence would only exist like December 31st. Think about that a little bit.
Thought you were gonna say like not even like 1 second on in that.
I don't know the exact number, but I know it's close to Eve, like New Year's Eve.
Okay.
Because like, think
How long
about
have
it.
humans been around for?
I don't know the exact number, but
Millions of years? Millions of years?
millions,
Okay.
yeah, millions, definitely. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Evolution's like super interesting topic of discussion. Yeah.
Well, dude, you got your bachelor's degree, bro.
Yeah,
Dude, congrats to you,
Thank
bro.
you.
Literally, congrats to you.
Yeah.
I like having people on here to like come and say like, yeah, like I got a degree and whatnot, but like that sounds like materialistic in a way, even though like a degree is not really materialistic and it's just kind of like a societal thing to say. But at the same time, it's like you definitely had to go through some shit and like learned and like go through that entire like developmental like experimental process.
Yeah.
And you like you guys got a degree. Like that sounds that like feels good to hear, like you guys are,
Yeah, no, it's definitely cool to know that like I have like a bachelor's. Like,
yeah.
it's a nice feeling. But honestly, like, people have different paths in life, and so like, yeah, like getting a degree is like the way to go, but like, dude, definitely not the only way to go.
Guaranteed.
Yeah,
And that's another thing, like guaranteed it's definitely
yeah.
not the only way to go.
Yeah,
There's tons of other ways you can go.
Yeah, I think that's like something that like middle school, high school counselors like wrongly encourage, is like, oh, like you have to go to college, because if you want a job you got to go to college. I see the reasoning behind that, but I feel like they should also be encouraging the fact that like people, like some people just aren't education people,
Yeah.
Some people like have different talents, and you always read about like successful CEOs that dropped out. I think Steve Jobs is one of them. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's a lot of very famous people out there that didn't finish college, and they they pursued their their profession through other means.
Do you think it's like awfully wrongly driven that like one of our main goals is like being a human is to like acquire money or like some sort of currency? Or do you think like the definition of life is, I say this shit sometimes to myself, but like the definition of life is to work? And I don't mean like working in like an office or like working like to make money. Like I mean literally like to work for yourself, to stretch your body out, to like make yourself breakfast, to work, to like fucking when you're making breakfast, lunch, dinner, like you are working and you are giving your body shit to keep going, like to be able to work, to do your own hobbies, like to go play golf, you are working. Like, what do you think? Like,
as far
do you think like, Do you think society's a little too driven to make money? Or do you think that's just like the way it has to be? Like humans are creatures to work, you know?
Humans, I mean, if you boil
people
it
just
down
get, like,
to
a-
our most basic needs, right? It's like, you hear people say it all the time, like food, water, and shelter.
Yeah.
And so when you boil it, like humans, like, we're so intelligent enough to create societies and to function in societies. You usually have a government, and with government, people will usually produce a type of currency, and that's how you like get items. That's how you trade. So before we had money, like people would trade stuff, like barter, you know, trade and whatever. Like, imagine if you and I were like Homo sapiens and we're just like cavemen, right? We're like cavemen, and like we didn't have like any of our fancy shit, but like what if like I wanted your bat and I wanted like 2 of your pigs or whatever. Like we'd make a trade. And so like I think it's always just been like a natural occurrence of humans to form that sort of currency. And so we've evolved to a point where like we have all different types of governments and all different types of controlling bodies. And so I mean, the way you do economics, and economics also plays a role in this, like economics, like the way that the economics in a capitalist country will be completely different to a country like ours, or sorry, like so we're capitalist, and other countries would be kind of like communist. You know, like it would be different how they do their economics. And so money, I mean, in our society at least, like I think money definitely is a force in what people want to do. And like I used to be one of those people that really didn't want money to play a part in my life, but as you grow older, like you realize like money gives you opportunities basically, and it basically provides you capital, and so you're able to be flexible, and you have more time. I mean, time is money, so the more money you have, the more time you have. Yeah.
Time is can't buy time, huh?
You can't buy. Yeah, no, you can't buy time. I mean, it depends on the circumstance, but no, you can't really buy time.
Dude, how many people do you think towards the end of their lifetime they go, fuck, like I wish I had more time?
Oh, I bet a lot of people have thought about that in the future, in the past. Yeah. I mean,
isn't that crazy? I don't want that to happen to anybody.
No, I don't either. But the thing with life is that, like, I mean, bro, you and I have been like alive for the last like 22, 23 years, and the last 20 years didn't even feel like, I mean, we're just now.
It feels like nothing.
Now.
It feels like it just happened.
Yeah, it just happened.
Fuck, dude, we're totally gonna say that, huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
So when you're 80, you're just like, well, shit. Like, 80 years old, I got maybe all these health problems.
Fuck.
And you're just like, damn, like, yeah, that just happened. That's how I feel about like high school and college, you know?
It just happens so fast, huh?
Yeah, like it happens in a blink of an eye.
Really?
Yeah.
What's your advice from that? Because like that sounds like, that almost sound like, I almost feel like bummed out just from hearing that, but like literally in reality, that's the complete truth. Like, do you have anything, do you have something positive to like follow that up with, or like motivational?
As far as like cherishing every moment, I mean, as long as you're responsible and like safe with yourself, like, do it, you know, just do it. as long as you know that you're safe and that what you're doing is responsible. I mean, it depends on what you're trying to do, but definitely go out of your comfort zone at times, because you'll never know that experience until you're out of that zone. So just reach out a little bit, either in a major way or a minor, go baby steps, but definitely like spread your wings. It's kind of like traveling. If you're someone who like just wants to stay in your hometown your entire life, that's kind of like restricting yourself from realizing the full potential. And so if you travel, like, you absorb all this knowledge. Yeah.
It's important to be open to.
Yeah.
And you get that through traveling, and you also get traveling through being open, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, man.
Dude, I feel really bad for the people that like the location of where they live and grew up really like plays a role in like how they turn out as like a human and just like living life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could talk for hours about that.
Literally
stuff.
days,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
It's shitty. It's so fucked up.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's there, you know? And
Yeah.
some soul root problems for that being that is like overpopulation, huh? You're stacking people on top of each other and saying fucking make it work. Like, that doesn't work, you know?
Yeah.
And a million other things.
Yeah, and a million other things. Yeah. Overpopulation is something that's usually defined as like, I mean, for me, like, when you say a country is overpopulated, that means that like they don't have enough education or resources to educate them about like even like sex education or accessibility, like birth control or protection, you know? So there are those countries that don't provide those resources. And so that's why there's overpopulation. That's why there are people in those countries, developing countries, that the majority of their people are struggling because there's not enough resources to go around. Whatever brought them there's not enough resources. And so you kind of, once you have an overpopulation, it's really hard to stop because someone needs to be the one to say like, oh, like we need more control and that. It's particularly hard for developing countries because most of the time developing countries don't have a high, like they're not usually like as affluent as what you would say as first world countries.
It almost seems like there should be sex education, like, or not even sex education, just like how to be a fucking human and how to not like overpopulate the world, and like how to like practice safe tactics and how to have like resources and stuff like that. I feel like that should be like implanted into your education, just like 2 + 2 = 4. Like that same shit should be implanted into your education because it's just as important, if not more.
Yeah, I totally agree.
But people are gonna wait until it's too late, huh?
People are gonna wait until too late, and I mean, there's so many different countries in the world, like groups of people that like for everyone to completely understand an idea, like not everyone's gonna follow it. I mean, it's human nature to break rules sometimes, to lie, and so like you also have those people that are not gonna listen. So you take that into, I mean, there's 8 billion people in the world.
Fuck.
8 billion people. And the majority of the world live in poverty. I mean, a good chunk live in poverty.
That's shitty.
So, yeah.
Do you think you're gonna have kids?
Maybe.
We're being hypocrites if we say we're gonna have kids.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I'm not ever gonna shut down the idea.
Yeah.
Like it could happen in the future, it might not. We'll see. It depends on the circumstance. Like, I wouldn't want to bring a child into a world that's like fucked up, but if it was okay and like I was like at the right time in my life, sure, could be a good idea.
What would be like the thing that would settle you down and not make you have kids? Like, run me through that scenario. Like, do you have to be living in a certain city? Do you have to meet a certain person? Like, how many, like...
Yeah, I mean, I would...
Would you be married? Like...
Yeah, I'd probably be married, yeah. And it would probably be someone, like, super awesome. And at the same time, would have, like, a stable job with a stable income. And I'd probably have a house. Somewhere near the coast, probably. Yeah, somewhere in the coast. Yeah. But I mean, that's super vague description of what my later life would be. But that's what would happen probably in the next decade or so.
Would you live in do you have anything in mind for like a dream house? Like single story, 2-story? Would you want a pool?
I'm not too picky about that. I mean, I don't even want the most extravagant house. Like, it just has to have everything. I mean, obviously I would want it to be like nice, but like I care a lot about functionality. So if the house works, you know, like, and if it's in a good location, like that's chilling by me. I mean, I don't need to have a mansion to like think of myself as successful. If I have like a house that's just like functionable and like clean and at a good location, like I'm chilling with that. But yeah, I don't mind a 1-story, like as long as like there's enough rooms for people, you know, at least 3 bathrooms. Basement.
Dude, we're living together this year.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, bro. Oh, okay. Dude, this is we haven't what's crazy is we've had this house for like what, like 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah.
But like we haven't really been like I feel like tonight's been our first night like living here.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because you're about to like leave again and I still don't have any of my shit.
Yeah. No, I mean, this house is gonna be so fucking sick.
Oh, bro.
I'm super stoked.
Yeah.
I'm super stoked. Come over to come over to the holiday house. Yeah.
The holiday house, dude. Yeah. Is that the name for it? The holiday house? I mean, it sounds fucking classy as fuck, dude. It sounds bougie, the holiday house.
If you want to tour the holiday house, hit up Laser over here.
Dude, we bring people in like blindfolded and then like we meet them in Cayucas. And they're blindfolded and then they like get dropped, like we drive them here and then like we like give them like a house tour and then we say, okay, put the blindfold back on, and then we like take them out to the car and then drop them off again in Cayucas. Would you do that for like $18 an hour?
I would never do that, but
like that was
maybe. I mean like
8 hours a day, 5 days a
taking people
week.
blindfolded from like one city to another.
From Cayucas to this house, and then you give them a house tour with like us in it, whatever time you guys schedule, and then you like go back.
I mean,
so you do like 6 trips a day, or like maybe more on the busier days.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I would honestly just be like, go to the taqueria next to our place and then come over.
What's your favorite food?
Tacos.
Are you serious?
Tacos.
Not burritos?
Tacos.
Really?
I mean, I love burritos too, but tacos are...
Dude, what?
Yeah, tacos. Yeah. Okay, you order 2 tacos, you think that wouldn't fill you, but like 2 tacos, 2, 3, like 4 is my max, but like, yeah, it's hella filling.
You don't like if you're in the realm of Mexican food, you don't like a burrito? I would like really good carne asada burrito.
7 times out of 10 I'll actually order a burrito, but
you just like tacos more. Tacos like being able to like pick it up and like fold it.
Yeah, I think I like the simplicity and like it's just like it's just a couple of ingredients. It's all you need sometimes. But like 9 times out of, I'll get a burrito. Al pastor.
What's al pastor?
It's marinated pork.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. My bad. Sorry, guys. Dude, you played basketball in high school.
Yeah.
And we were talking about playing.
Yeah, dude. Fun time.
Dude, you used to fucking fuck people up, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, you used to get mad and just huck the ball at the floor and just bounce up. And then you go, what the fuck is this shit?
I mean, I got pretty competitive with it because it's like
competition just makes everything so much more fun.
I mean, especially if it's something that you were passionate about. Like, I'm super passionate about basketball, especially in high school. I was super passionate about it, and like, I mean, I think the fact that I was that guy that would like always get fouled is the reason why I probably have those reactions. But yeah, such fun time, dude. I mean, high school games. I mean, if you remember those, home games, away games, whatever, like playing in front of crowds. That was sick.
Dude, I feel like basketball almost ends faster than like the other sports that were available to play.
Yeah.
And I played a couple other sports.
Yeah, I mean, it's over.
Well, fuck, dude. I guess water polo ends really fast. Okay, I feel like water polo and basketball, both those games go by like that.
Yeah.
Like a swim meet lasts all day. A football game, like, I don't know. I've never. You were on the football team, so you can say how quick that goes. But like, I feel like golf is an all-day event. Tennis probably lasts a while. I don't know.
I mean, it's usually over a 2-week spread, and so I think.
Basketball?
It's over a 10-week spread. So, yeah. I mean, it's like that with every sport. You get 10 weeks per quarter.
I'm saying the game. Like, I feel like the game itself lasts like 30 minutes, or if that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's
high school basketball games per quarter is 12 minutes usually, running clock. So that means that like the clock just runs. No matter if it's like
got it.
out of bounds or whatever. That's what made it fast, I think.
What is it in the NBA? 15-minute? 4 15s?
It's 12.
4 12s?
Yeah, it's 12s, yeah. Yeah, okay. But they have like different rules. Like if it's out of bounds, it's
stops.
Game clock stops. Free throw, game clock stops. There's games where, like especially in like club basketball, where they just do 20-minute quarters and it's just running clock. Yeah.
4 20s.
2 20s.
2 20s.
Yeah, 2 20s. Yeah. Yeah. So it's just 40 minutes.
That's sick.
Yeah. I mean, there's a definitely a different feel for it.
Yeah.
Because you're just playing for like 20 minutes straight and you're subbing in and out. Like there's a constant rotation of players. There's less breaks, and so you have to depend more on like your skill as a team because you have less time to like recuperate and like talk with one another unless you call it timeout. But yeah.
Dude, I remember we used to go to the volleyball games and you would literally like
dude,
not you.
No, I would go crazy though.
Like everybody was going crazy and then like the other team that was playing would get really mad at you. Yeah,
I remember that, dude. I remember that.
And that was volleyball, right?
Yeah, it was.
And basketball.
Dude, you were there that one day, dude. That guy got so mad at me. I remember
we would scream at people.
Yeah, dude. Do you remember that other guy in that volleyball? We beat their team, the away team, and
dude,
there was this one guy that was I was just heckling at him the entire time. He was probably the best player, number 1. I remember his number.
Dude, we would get into people's heads.
I literally fucked with him so much after they lost. I just kept heckling at him. Finally came up to me and he was like, He was like squaring off. He was like, I squared him up too.
And this
was
is
in the hallway.
not even on the court anymore.
Yeah.
This is on the hallway to
Yeah.
like leave, and like
Yeah.
they came running out to like.
Yeah.
But dude, you had like 30 of us around you. It seemed like.
No, yeah. I mean, there was like the
dude,
whole
we
group
were-
behind me,
Yeah.
and he had like pretty much like his like team behind him. We just lost, so they're hella sad. This guy was hella pumped up.
Yeah.
I was just like pointing at my cheeks. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
hit
yeah.
me, like hit me. He never did, dude. His coach pulled him out before he could, but it was so funny. Yeah.
That's so funny, dude.
Yeah.
That's literally hilarious.
Yeah. No, it was good. I was a big heckler. I was.
Well, dude, that's what I
Trash
guess
talker,
that's what
yeah.
happens when you are not the home team, but we just took it to the next level. Like, dude,
Yeah.
remember we would go on like max preps or some shit and like find their names and like their jersey numbers, and then we would pretty much just say whatever we wanted. Like, we would
That's how we found that guy's name.
Dude, wouldn't we like cuss at people and shit?
Yeah, low key.
Dude,
Yeah, well, no, I totally forgot about that. We
Did
used
you
to
know
just
he
like,
was a really funny shit talker?
yeah,
Orion.
dude, yeah,
Dude, Orion.
dude, still is. He's the best at it, dude. Shout out Orion.
Dude, people would be on like the free throw lines or like about to serve, and then we would just make the most fucked up noises and everything.
Yeah, away
we would
games
just be
too.
dying.
Yeah, we're
bro.
just like heckling at other teams, other players. Yeah.
Dude, one thing that you said this one time, you were like, sorry, it is, what time is
It's
it?
3:45.
It's 3:47. I don't know if
Yeah.
you guys can see this.
Yeah, that's
But it's getting a little late. But
yeah. Yeah, you wrap this up. One question.
one question, last question. Okay,
Yeah.
let me make sure
Yeah.
it's recording because I think you're gonna think this is a good question.
Yeah.
Okay, so there was this one time, and shit, I need to yawn again. There's this one time you were saying that I believe you answered a question in Mr. Godsey's class about like something that you'd want to bring with you and treasure for you the rest of your life, or like you'd want to have like into adulthood, some shit like that, and then you. Like one of the things you wrote down, or like one of your answers in your head, you were like you wanted to have like your friends, like your us,
Yeah,
pretty much, you know,
yeah.
like you wanted to carry that with you your entire life because that was like a super big like just factor to keep like to
Yeah,
consider, you know.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
that stuck with me, and I've just been like, yeah, dude, like
Yeah.
that's a super good
Yeah.
goal, and I feel like everyone should have that because if you don't have that, you're not hanging out with the people that you should be hanging out with, and like
Yeah.
you're not hanging out with real people because you want to bring real people with you until like literally to your grave.
Yeah. I mean,
You know?
yeah, you guys are the type of people that are gonna be at my wedding, like if it ever happens, you know. I mean, that was like serious comment because like
You remember what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. I really do think that like friendship is a really important part of life, and I mean, as introverted as one might be, like being social in some degree is important for you, and so like I think that you guys have just had like a super big effect on my life, and that's something that I always want to carry, you know. It's for sure like something that I always keep with me, you know. I think everyone also has that like group of people in their life that they kind of stick around with because whether it's sentimental value or because of how great they are as people, you know, like it just sticks with you. And so I think we're all just like a good group of guys, and we're all just growing up, figuring shit out, and I think everyone in our crew is just you know, the crew is just good people. We all got bright futures ahead. We just got to make the right decisions. That's the thing. I believe in every single one of us, and I think that if all of us like make that like revelation in our lives on how we can be good people in the world, like it's over. Yeah. But yeah,
That's
dude.
Evan's truck.
Yeah.
That's the noise it makes, unless I'm tripping. Today, bro, we just see him walk in the front door right now.
All right, bro.
Dude, okay, hold on, Vince. One last thing. I know you're gonna kill me. This is something that's been on my head lately, and I've been meaning to bring it up. I just haven't had the chance. I was like, dude, the next person that comes from the podcast, like, I gotta say this. I gotta ask this. Or like,
Yeah.
I saw this on. Don't ask me why I was on there, but I saw this on Facebook.
Yeah.
And like other shit too. Like, I saw some shit on like Instagram or something, but. There were people saying, pretty much in a nutshell, they were saying, and dude, you for sure have heard this before, but pretty much in a nutshell, they were like, yeah, like women are like fighting for equality and like all this other shit, but yet at the same time, they're like selling and exposing themselves on things like OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Explain the concept behind that before I share my opinion. Like why is that a thing? Like why are people kind of calling out like the OnlyFans crowd and saying like, oh, like you're lowering yourself to those standards, like why are you doing that? Like you should be like protecting yourself and like protecting your life and like what you need to be like fighting for. Like why is that? How is that an argument?
I mean, it should never be an argument because the people that have those like subscription accounts only account for like a fraction of the population, and so there is a movement of equality for women, and that's something that I completely stand against because equality for women, it's a global thing rather than like a profession, because what these people online are doing is that's their profession, that's what they want to do, that's their own choice. But the fact of the matter is that the majority of women, they're looking for something else, you know, like people. I mean just like you and I, like we all have like different wants and needs in life, and so the ones that are selling their whatever online, like that's their choice, and that's something that they want to do, and if they want to promote that to make a living, that's completely their right. But I think that the movement for equality for women is more of it's just like a more it's hard to describe, but it's more of like their whole representation, like as a group.
Are they saying it's bad that they're doing that?
No, they're not saying that it's bad.
They're saying it looks tacky because they're saying, yo, if you guys wanted to like actually like.
Well, I mean, to finish explaining, like the people that are calling out those people, they're not seeing it from a bigger picture. Like it's like the haters, or like the people that call out those online you know, advertisers, like it. I mean, of course they're entitled to their own opinion, but like it's like you know, it's they're preaching to the wrong audience, basically. Like they're directing their opinion towards like apples and oranges. They're arguing over something completely different than what right in front of them, and so they just don't get it. And in a couple words, tunnel vision. They're just like they hear all this stuff about inequality, but then they see this person online like doing something that might be contradicting to the movement, and they're focused on that one person, and they're gonna start making comments, and they're gonna make their points seem super valid, but then in the end it's just completely two different things that they're unable to distinguish.
I don't get how like the people that are roasting them, I don't get how they think what they're doing it like looks unprofessional. It's like, dude, they're literally capitalizing on like what they look like in their bodies and who they're about, and they're literally saying like, okay, motherfucker, like buy my shit, you know, like that's almost like empowerment. Like I don't like what you were saying, like do whatever the fuck you want to do, but at the same time, like they are like, I don't see how that looks bad for them if they already have an audience and they're like literally making money doing it. Like, I don't think that looks tacky. And like the same shit with porn. Like if you're gonna like fuck on camera and you're doing the same thing. Like you're selling something. You're selling what you look like. You're like your persona, whatever. Like I don't get what's so like wrongful and like shameful in that for like the OnlyFans stars and like the literally like porn stars. Like what are they doing wrong that like gets like shame bashed, you know what I mean? Like I don't think that's a fucking bad thing that they're doing, where like they're saying, hey guys, like I look hot, like I'm flaunting my body. Like that's like, I mean, that's some flexing shit. Like keep doing your thing, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's also like
that's almost like some jealousy shit. Yeah, from the. Sorry.
Yeah, I think people get confused between their political views, their ethical views, and their views on activism. You know, like when people get those like three things confused, they often like just have like weird uneducated opinions. As bold as that is, but yeah. Yeah.
It's bedtime.
Yeah,
it's bedtime. Let's go to bed, dude. It's so. What time is it? 4 a.m. Okay. All right, guys. You guys heard it from Vince himself. Vince, thank you for coming on the podcast. Shout out to you.
Thanks for watching.
You. What do you think, bro?
Yeah, it was awesome. I'm hella tired though.